This video went viral and got thousands of comments from cricketers who disagreed that we can learn stuff from baseball. So let's look at the research and the best batters in the world and maybe change our mind. So what the power hitting research in cricket shows is there's 3 key factors that contribute to carry distance. The first one of these is wrist uncocking. And what we mean by this is the wrist gets flexed like this in the backswing and then it releases as we flick the wrist through the ball. The batters that can do this the best and have that flick of the wrist are going to hit the ball further. And if we look at the baseball swing, what they do is they make sure the toe of the bat points towards the sky. They have this wrist flexed, ready to release through the ball. And if we look at the best cricket power hitters, that is exactly the same as what they do. They have the toe of the bat pointing the sky, ready to release. And yes, I understand not every ball in cricket is going to be a waist high full toss, but we can still take these 3 learnings and hit the ball straight when it's bouncing. The second thing that the research shows is that the X factor angle is incredibly important. And what the X factor angle measures is your hip shoulder separation. What we mean by this is simply if the orange stump is my shoulders, green stump is my hips, then as the bowler releases the ball, I'm probably going to have some degree of separation in there where my hips are pointing mid on and shoulders are pointing straight down the wicket. And if I then take these stumps down and we take a bird's eye view, that forms an X, and that angle in there is known as the X factor angle. What the research shows is that the bigger you can make that X factor angle, the longer your carry distance is going to be. What we can learn from baseball is they have a huge X factor angle because they know where the ball is coming. They turn their shoulders massively, let their hips clear. That creates a load of tension around the torso, which then means they can release and snap through the ball when they're ready to. Now in cricket, because we don't know where the ball is going to be, we can't afford to have as big an X factor angle. But if we look at the best batters in the world at ball release, they still have a degree of hip shoulder separation. And what this means is rather than starting open up and kind of hitting the ball like that, we're going to start really engaging this front shoulder, maybe doing a little bit of a Joss Butler, making sure you have that shoulder engaged, and then swinging through the ball. Sorry about that. And the final thing that the research shows is important is elbow extension. Now this one is less to do with baseball, but all we mean by this is obviously if you check a drive, you're not going to hit it as far and your elbow stays flexed. You're not going to hit the ball as far as you fully extend that arm through the ball. And the final thing from that baseball video that isn't necessarily in the cricket power hitting research is that they really plant that front foot and create a stable base to swing around, and the position they end up in is very similar to a braced front leg that a bowler will have in cricket, where everything is pivoting around this front foot. So can cricketers learn stuff from baseball players in order to hit the ball harder? In my opinion, yes, we can, absolutely. And whilst the ball might not always be a full toss, we can look at another sport, look at what they do well, understand it, and use it to benefit our sport and our performance. Oh, that sounded sweet.